judgment, 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 final judgment, final
Well, they don't make it easy, man. They just don't make it easy. I'll tell you what, if this game or this series goes like this, I'm probably not going to have feet left, legs left, a voice left. I have no idea. But oh my God, Phillies win in unbelievable fashion. You seen it, you saw it, 6-5. I mean, everything that could have went wrong, but everything that could have went right. Right? I mean, up to the last at bat. We got so much to talk about. If you're there, listen, I got people that texted me that were in Houston. If you're in Houston, checking in, okay? Everybody, check in, let me know. Oh my God. Listen, I can't listen. I got to get right to it. Look, I mean, let's get the chill. We're gonna watch it over and over again. But my man of the hour, the MVP right now. Okay, JT Realmuto. Again, please tell me, all you James McCann fans out there. Rich knows, he's checking in. He knows James McCann. Don't sign JT. And this is what JT does.
3-2 from Garcia. Realmuto shoots one in the air the other way. Back goes Tucker at the wall. It's gone. Realmuto starts the 10th with a go-ahead shot. He tied it in.
The improbable. I mean, my God, everybody thought we were dead. Everybody thought we were dead. Listen, it's so hard. Right here, get on here, Tony. I'm coming, Rich. My man, Chelsea checking in. Let's go. Absolutely. Listen, again, Adam, Phillies in 4. Let's relax, Adam. Relax. Take a breath. My heart won't take you. Those scumbag Astros still got beat. Everybody. My man Harry, this team don't know how to die. They just don't quit, Harry. Karen checking in. JT, everybody checking in. Best catcher in baseball is too much money. As they said, too much money for JT. We're not paying JT. Listen, and let me just tell you something. We got so much to talk about. I got notes. I got everything. My man Joe checking in. Check my man Joe out. My Mr. Realtor, Joe Allegra. As always, Eric checking in. Me, Clara, Jared, all the kids up loud and proud. Jigsaw, we played our game. They gave us everything. Listen, remember, Tony Jigsaw Cutillo at Judge Jigsaw, Mondays and Thursdays, SEObrand.com, the proud sponsor of this show. As always, powered by Heat Ratio Sports, Win Daily Sports. Make sure you're following the damn YouTube page. Go to the YouTube page. If you're on Facebook right now, do me a favor. Whether it's during this broadcast, afterwards, go to the YouTube page. Hit like, hit subscribe. There is so much more on this page that we do. Verlander, I told you 6.0. You did, Rich. You had me in the morning, man. You hit me up in the morning. You told me he was horrible in the postseason. We let him ride for a few innings, but that was it. And again, let me just say a few things, okay? This is why there's a few things that go on, okay, all the time that kind of really piss me off, okay? Number one, first of all, I love John Smoltz. Okay? I get an education from John Smoltz, okay? You may not like him and like what he says, but man, do I get an education on how a pitcher's mind works, and I love every minute of it. But goddamn, can we get some goddamn credit? Like, again, Like our closer, Alvarado goes down and mows down dudes in like 6 pitches. But when they're, and it's like nothing. Hey, yeah, going to commercial break. We'll see you next inning. And then their boy goes out there and Pena. And all of a sudden, he's the best thing in the world. All of a sudden, he's Mariano Rivera. Oh my God, this guy's blowing guys away. Look, it's just so ridiculous. I love every minute of this that we're able to sit there and we're able to throw it in everybody's face. 100%. Yes. Hey, you know what? Eric checking in says, Tony, was that really Houston's fans? Are you ridiculous? Listen, I had somebody text me. Somebody I extremely trust texted me throughout the game and gave me pictures. They were sitting behind home plate. My man Rich, thank you for that. Okay, not Rich and checking in the show, another Rich, but thank you for that. But again, it's ridiculous. They're sitting there on their Nooks, on their Barnes & Noble tablets, reading books. Not even, listen, these fans aren't even educated. Okay, I'm not even educated. And I'll tell you what. San Diego, I thought was bad, but Houston may be worse. Okay, I'm looking behind home plate, and your game on the line, and you're sitting down. How are you not standing up, man? It's ridiculous. Adam says got a great chance to take 2 games, a huge chance. And again, listen, I'm going to throw this. Jigsaw going to beat his chest a little bit. What I tell you, all about Aaron Nola. What did I tell you? I know he didn't pitch this great game, but everybody asks, why is he starting Aaron Nola in game 1? Okay, because of exactly what happened. Okay, exactly what happened. He gives Aaron some confidence, who was okay until, again, Kyle Tucker, the Philly killer. But again, what happens? 1 of 2 scenarios. Number 1, Aaron pitches a gem, and you have Wheeler go out there, close the door in game 2, or Aaron gets blown up, and then Wheeler saves the day in game 2. But the unthinkable happens. Aaron gets blown up, and the bullpen saves the day, right? Again, it is crazy, man. Crazy. My man David checking it. David, new to the channel. I knew the Philadelphia Phillies would win game 1. Listen, first of all, I love the Expos logo, by the way, Dave. I love it. Old school Montreal Expos, old school like Denny Ortiz, right? Tim Wallach Expos, right? Andre Dawson Expos. Love it. Harry says, if you need PA announcers to say, make noise, not real fans. I'm telling you, man, it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. Rich says, oh, he's unhittable. Yeah, well, we know the Phillies bullpen. They went scoreless the whole rest of the game. And again, let me just say something. Okay. And again, I know people are watching on Twitter, and this is for all you frauds out there. Okay. You know what I can't stand? Now, just going to be Jigsaw mode for a minute. All you frauds and hypocrites that are going to go out there and kill Nick Castellanos for going up there and, oh, he struck out. This guy's a bum. He sucks. Oh, he's terrible. Worst at bat ever. Hey, Nick just saved the game. I love you, Nick. You're the best, Nick. Stop. Do me a favor. It's okay to say, hey, Nick, that was a bad at bat. Okay. But to call the guy completely ridiculous and call him trash and garbage, he sucks ass, and then all of a sudden you're blowing him. Okay. When he saves the day. Yeah, I did say you blew him right there. Okay. Get off. Delete the account, man. You're killing me with that. I can't stand all that shit. I really can't. Rob was the chess master today. Tons of patience and trusting his players. It was a huge chess match, again, by Rob Thompson making the right calls. Again, can we just please trust Rob? Can we just trust Rob, please? Can we just say, okay, Rob, you have a plan. Rob has a plan, okay? And we all knew that Ranger Suarez was part of that plan. Again, lefty versus lefty. And what does he do? He gets him out. Okay, he gave up the 1 hit. I get it. Okay, but at the end of the day, he did the job he was supposed to do. And yes, how about Alec Bohm? Alec Bohm with that tremendous play at third base. Nick's catch saved us. Absolutely, Eric. My man Joe checking us at J2. Nola relied too much on the curve when he's in trouble. Nothing hard off the fastball. Listen, Nola is finding his way a little bit. I don't know what's going on with that, Joe. But you know what? At the end of the day, he got killed by one guy. Okay? I mean, listen, he got killed by one guy. All of a sudden, Kyle Tucker wants to be Cody Ross. Okay, I don't know what to tell you about that. He wants to be Cody Ross all of a sudden. I mean, that's the shit that happens. Rich second, it says Rob has a pulse on his team. He's pulling all the right strings like a puppet master. Do people forget, too, about Rob Thompson? Like, to all my baseball people out there, do people forget that Rob Thompson was with the Yankees? Okay? Do everybody forget that Rob Thompson was a bench coach with one of the best bullpens, okay? Had a Hall of Fame Mariano Rivera out there. Like, this dude's not an idiot. He knows what he's talking about, right? Terry checking in. Catch was similar to the catch he made. Absolutely. How ridiculous. Ridiculous. Again, like, and again, do me a favor. Like, before I get in, I got a bunch of notes. We'll talk about it, checking in. Everybody, listen, here's what I want to say. Nick Castellanos, say what you want. And I know, Joe, you may not agree with me, but that's okay. We'll agree to disagree. I don't have a problem with that. Okay. But what I will say is, everybody continues to forget that Nick Castellanos was not brought here to be a full-time right fielder. He was brought here to DH at least 50% of the time. Okay, and he's out there because Bryce Harper has a UCL tear in his friggin' elbow and he can't play right field. So when are we ever going to just say, yo, we got to give props to Mr. Nick Castellanos? When are we ever going to say everybody's just killing this guy, killing him? Okay, I get it. He can't be a hero all the time. Listen, understand something. He's going to swing and he's going to miss. Okay, he's going to swing at first pitches. He's going to make you crazy. But the thing is, he's relentless and he doesn't give up, man. So again, he just doesn't give up. My man Ivan checking in says 1 down, a few more to go. Ivan, unbelievable, man. Rookie manager pulling all the strings. It's crazy. Again, rookie manager. I mean, listen, and how about JT again? Listen, let me get my notes up because let's talk about this. I got some notes right from the beginning. Okay, misses a changeup for a home run in the second inning. Tucker follows up. Right, again, the Tucker home run. Right, I hate to play it, but I gotta play it. Okay, this is when everybody was like,
The payoff. High drive right center field. Castellanos back at the wall. Kyle Tucker owning game 1.
If I got to hear owning game 1 and I got to see a King Tuck reference again, I might really break my screen. Okay. Number one, what makes Kyle Tucker a king? Okay. Get over it, right? Get over it. Okay. Yes, I get it. He had his moment, but guess what? He had his moment and we still won the friggin' game. Okay. And we still won the game. So that was the problem. 4th inning, Harper, Hoskins base running blunder. Joe, if you're watching, I want to wring Rhys Hoskins' neck. I don't want to hear any excuses. There's 2 outs. Okay, you run right off this crack of the bat. You run on anything. And again, what happened? You got that lackadaisical bullshit again, and it almost cost us a run. Okay, luckily, Castellanos comes in and he gets the score. He gets to hit to score Hoskins. And then our man, Alec Boehm. Again, Alec Boehm, man, comes up clutch at the plate with one of the biggest hits of his life, okay? And then how about the 11 pitch at bat for Bryson Stott, okay, to get the walk? 11 pitch at bat to get the walk. Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. Eric says, did we forget? We are blue-collar fans. Blue-collar, you play through pain, you play through mistakes, and never give up. Absolutely, that's why we love this team, man. 100%. My man Snappy checking in. Yo, Snappy G, look at that name. Snappy G, okay. Them fellas playing where their feet are, he says. He says, we left money on it. Yeah, we did. We left the bases loaded. And luckily, it didn't hurt us, right? Luckily, it didn't hurt us. My man Harry checking in. Cuz, what's up, Cuz? JT, ice water in his veins after taking one to the face. Yo, Harry, I thought he got knocked out, man. I thought he got knocked out. I was about to play a Chris Tucker reference, man. You got knocked out. You know what? FCC rules apply. But yeah, listen, that was a massive shot that he's going to feel tomorrow. Okay, that he's going to feel tomorrow. Rich says, well, they got owned in the middle of the game and pitching closed them down. For real, man. Hats off to the bullpen. Hats off to Rob Thompson for making the right calls. Stott is a machine. Listen, Stott, man. Listen, say what you want about Bryson Stott, right? Again, 5th inning, leadoff double from Marsh. Inside swing, opposite field, I write down. Tremendous at bat by, again, Brandon Marsh, another unsung hero of Dave Dombrowski at the trade deadline. Schwarber full count walk. Boom. Terrible at bat by Rhys. Goes after 2 terrible pitches. Pops up. Okay. Gets nothing. Doesn't even move to runners. And then huge double by JT, which scored Schwarber with a huge read. Again, Schwarber, huge read off the bat with a bad friggin' leg. He's got a bad knee. Okay, he's got a bad knee. He still made it. He still made it. This was the at-bat right here that we're talking about, the JT double.
Bird first. 0-1 pitch. Realmuto got a breaking ball. Lifted it to left center field. McCormick and Alvarez on the move, and it's off the wall. Both runners will come in. The Phillies have come all the way back and tied it in the fifth.
Now, look at that. That is, you talk about a will to win. That's exactly what Eric just said about blue collar. You play with pain, you play through it all, right? I mean, it is crazy. If you go back and look at Kyle Schwarber, that's called veteran guy in the World Series that's been through it all, right? It's exactly what it is, okay? And then Alvarado. Everybody questioning the Alvarado move. Right? Well, oh my God, they're pulling Nolan 5. They're bringing Alvarado in. He's got to play him, man. Pressure situations, right? Alvarado comes in again. Boom. 6 innings, takes down 3 and 4 hitter, right? Unbelievable. 8 pitches to 3 batters for Alvarado. And then huge play by Alec Boehm on the defensive side, okay, to keep the game tied. And then top 7 Schwarber steal is huge. Kyle Schwarber knows that they're not going to hold him in, knows it's a reliever on the mound. See, this is again why, okay, I'm probably going to lose my voice, okay, so I apologize if I do. Again, make sure you're following, make sure you're following the Final Judgment, man. Make sure you give me a follow on YouTube. Click the YouTube page, click the subscription button, hit the like button. It bodes so well for me and my response. It helps me out tremendously. Everybody's been great. Powered by, again, as always, Heat Ratio Sports and Win Daily Sports, and by our beloved sponsor, SEObrand.com, the place where all analytics begin. Again, listen, Kyle Schwarber, battle tested. You hear that all the time. Battle tested. A guy who's been there, Chicago, Boston, right? He's been through it all. He has that IQ. You can't teach baseball IQ. You either have it or you don't. And Kyle Schwarber has it. And goddamn, he just missed that Bregman shot. And he knows it. He just missed it. And probably if he doesn't have a bad wheel, he probably gets it. Rich Texan says, again, JT best catcher in baseball. Holy shit, Rich. Listen, holy God, he almost threw Altuve out on like that play alone. I think it was James Seltzer from WIP tweeted it out, and he said, out or safe doesn't matter. Unbelievable play, right? It didn't even matter. That play was absolutely ridiculous. It was ridiculous. Okay. Who the hell would have thought? Okay. Who the hell would have thought? You know what, Harry? This is what I'm going to do. Right now, I will go, just so everybody has it. I'm going to go to the YouTube channel right now, okay, and make sure that everybody gets it, okay? I want to make sure that everybody gets it. I'm going to put it in the link. If you could, it would be fantastic. Everybody checking in, okay? Make sure you go to the channel, all right? Because, again, you just see these lives, right? I have a lot of other things, again, that come up with interviews and such. So here it is right here. I'm going to throw this up on the screen. All you got to do, Aaron, it's in the comments right there. Okay. All you got to do is click on that. So if you're watching this on Facebook, here it is right here. I know it's a crazy thing, but if you just click on it, you go to there right there, you copy and paste that across the screen and you're good to go. And that's where, or you could just listen. If you just go to YouTube, right? Go to YouTube, go into search and type in The Final Judgment, JUDGEMENT, and all my stuff will come up. Just click on the channel and you're good to go. Greatly appreciate it. I'm going to be sending out some messages and emails for everybody too, to get on a mailing list, get on a subscription list as well, to keep this going. But listen, JT Realmuto, unbelievable, my man Joe. See Joe checking it out. Joe, I got you. When I pass my real estate test, Joe, I'm going to come see you too, man. Thanks, bro. Absolutely, man. Listen, so for right now, listen, I got 2 people. Right now, I actually got 3 people, right? So 3 realtors that I really trust and I really like right now. And Joe Allegra is one of those guys. So listen, go check them out. As always, go back a long time. So Joe, much appreciated, man. I greatly appreciate it. listen, this is huge. Zach Wheeler on the mound tomorrow night, and again, we have a lot of amazing events in the next 7 to 8 days, and this just caps it off. This is a Friday night. I mean, goddamn, it's 1:00 in the morning. Okay, 1:00 in the morning, and I have over 78 people watching this show right now. Ridiculous. You know what that means? That doesn't mean that I'm good. That means that the Phillies are popping right now. To the fact that we're not even worried about the huge, tremendous moves, okay, that the Philadelphia Eagles did this week. We're not even talking about Tyrese Maxey going off for 44 friggin' points tonight that we didn't even see because, again, we're watching the Phillies, man. The Phillies in the goddamn World Series. Okay, in the goddamn World Series. We may never see this again. Actually, yeah, we will see this again because this team is so goddamn good. Okay, they're going to be good for the next 5 to 7 years. All right, not 5 to 7. I'm getting ahead of myself. I'll say 2 to 3. How's that? My man Javon checking in says, Maxey, exactly. I mean, Maxey drops 44, the Phillies win game 1. Sums it up. You love to see it. I mean, it's that simple. You love to see it. Again, I never thought that we win this way. Okay, listen, I again, I'm not doubting the boys, but I said, I didn't throw in the towel completely, but I was sitting there with the wife, I was sitting there with the kids, and I was like, after the 5 runs, I'm like, wow, man, wow. But again, there was points in the game where I said this could be destiny. That hit by Castellanos that goes off the pitcher, and then they can't get it at second base. I'm like, you know what? It's a team of destiny. And then JT comes up. It's a team of destiny. Like, there's so many things right now. Listen, you just shook the Houston Astros. Okay? You just shook. My man Eric says the Tripoli house is wide awake. We got you got to take these special moments and you got to get into, man, bring the damn Eric. Listen, this is who I am. Okay, I don't stop, man. Like, my wife is probably like, God, will he just shut up down there because I'm screaming through vents, right? It's just crazy. Like, nobody can sleep in a Jigsaw house, okay, when the Phillies are on. Nobody can sleep in a Jigsaw house. But I'm going crazy. I mean, goddamn, I soundproofed this whole thing down here and made it into a studio, and they still can hear me across the street. It just is what it is. Listen, again, this game, Rich Sexton, they went 5-0. I was like, damn, but my man Verlander didn't let me down next time around. Exactly. He didn't let him down, man. My man Culture the Starter says, what is going on? What is happening? See, this is why I love the YouTube channel, because Culture found us about a week ago in San Diego. He subscribed. Now he's back, and boom, we're on the right track with the following, man. This is the way it goes because everybody gets to talk here. This ain't sports radio where they hang up on you, don't let you get here, and all of a sudden tell you you're wrong. Hey, you don't have to listen. Here's the best part about this, man. Here's the best part. You don't have to sit on hold for 45 minutes to talk to Jigsaw and to get your name up on the screen. Okay, you don't have to do that at all. Again, Cauldron, it says, how's this happening? I honestly don't know. Harry says, way past my bedtime, but I love it. Absolutely. Eric says it's a great time to love our teams. Listen, I tell you what, man, there's nothing like it right now. First time. My man Joe checking in says, first time, long time. This is John from Mayfair. Nah, this ain't John from Mayfair, man. This is Jigsaw from Wissanomi, okay? Because that's where I grew up. Okay, it's Jigsaw from North Catholic. That's where I went to school, man. I ain't hiding my goddamn roots. It is what it is. Okay, this is who I am, man. But Joe, I'm not going to get on here and scream and yell for nothing, man. This is just who I am. Everybody tell me shut up sometimes, but I can't help it, man. I'm passionate, man. I love this stuff. Yeah, absolutely. I'm an orphan, man. I'm an orphan. Absolutely. Say it right out. Will I get on the radio if I play on your little league team? Well, wait, hold on. Who is this? It just says Facebook user. I don't know who Facebook user is. I don't know who it is. You got to help me out, man. You got to help me out. You got to give me a name. It's not coming out with your name. I'm walking a dog outside right now. I'm not even excited. I'm too befuddled to be excited. I'm scratching my head. I'm perplexed. This isn't reality. I love it. Oh, man. Timmy G. Wait, Timmy G. Is this Timmy Gracie? Tim Gracie, what's up, Tim? Checking in again. A long time. Yeah, that's a long time. Long time. Been a while, right? Long time. Back in the day, all the Bridge Street boys checking in. I love it. But my man Rich says, I grew up in Kensington, bro. So you know where. Listen, Rich, you know where. You know the North Catholic route, bro. You know the North Catholic route. 100%. Harry, my man Harry, at Cousin Family, checking in. As always, love it. Says subscribe. You are the man. Yeah, Tim, long time, bro. My man David checking in says, Phillies took the Anaheim Angels playbook down 5-0 with a 3-run home run by Scott Spezio. Are you? Wow. Look at this dude in the 7th and Darren Erstad home run in the 5th. In the 8th, 5-4, that Troy Gloss come in, hit a 2-run double, make it 6-5. David Roskin, my man, Dave, you need to keep bringing that, bro. You need to keep bringing that to this show because, number one, like I said, I love the logo, and you're going way back. You're dropping Scott Spezio, Darren Erstad, and Troy Gloss, who I swear to God, Troy Gloss was so big, I thought we could stick a pinhook, like a needle in him, and he would just blow up because he was so inflated. My man Harry says, don't kill me, Tony, but I went to, hey, listen, my mom and dad went to Frankfurt. They were pioneers, Harry. It's all good. They were pioneers. Rick says, I know that one. My man Rocco Wood checking in, fight Phils. Absolutely. Joe checking in. Never would have thought the pen would hold him after Alvarado was just so early. Match of the year. Joe, listen, I said the same thing. I was like, wow, he's going early to my man Alvarado. But I did say to my wife and my kids, I said, first thing I will say, okay, is that Suarez has to be on the menu tonight if they're going to Alvarado so early. That was a pressure situation. And again, Rob said, I got to trust my offense. Somebody to come in and add to that 7th inning. I know everybody killed Castellanos. I get it. Everybody killed him. That was, I even said, I was like, man, that was the moment. That was our chance. And I was so worried that would come back and bite us in the ass because we had that opportunity. But, man, this team is a team of destiny. It just keeps happening. Man, Evan checking in says, how can you sleep? You can't, Evan. You just can't sleep, man. Like, it's 1:09 on my clock right now. I have no idea how I'm sleeping in the next 3 to 4 hours. I have no clue. I might just stay up and freaking work. I'll be cutting up video. I'll be setting up fantasy shows. Listen, shameless plug. Make sure you're following Win Daily Sports tomorrow night, channel 87 on Sirius. I'll be on Sirius for the Jigsaw Hour. Check out the Win Daily Show. It'll be Jason and Sia from 5 to 7. You'll get Jigsaw from 7 to 8. As always, if you're into fantasy sports, make sure you check us out on Sirius. Cauldron says, God, those O2, I know, Cauldron, right? Those O2 Angels names. I had, like, when you hear that shit, man, that just makes you want to go way back. And Rich knows. Rich has been following for a long time. We love to go back. We love bringing up those names. Like, I saw that dude's David's logo for the Expos, and right away I'm thinking the old school Dennis Martinez on the mound. I'm thinking Tim Wallach, Larry Walker, the Hawk, Andre Dawson, Gary Carter. My God, man. Tim says, great game. Enjoyed it tonight. Look, my man's, again, man, he's repping home. But, Tim, you're killing me. You're sitting there in sunny Central Florida getting a suntan right about now. My God, my man. Love it. Love it. I hope you're enjoying yourself, man. Rich says, if you would have told me they'd be down 5-0 to the Astros, no way we win. But that's how we play the game. It's crazy, man. Eric says, how about those sports gods looking over Philadelphia today? Even Tyree scoring 44, things like this has me hyped. It's a great time to be a sports fan, especially in Philly. How about Neris trying to spell? Know what, Harry? Know what kills me about Hector Neris? Hector Neris sucks, okay? He comes in the game. He throws 5 balls. Luckily, he has a guy like Castellanos up there who probably swinging pitches that I would throw, okay? And he comes off the mound flexing, right? He gives a flex, like muscles, like, yeah. Dude, you suck. You got lucky that you had a free swinger at Castellanos or anybody else would have lit you up. Like, I can't stand that. At least call it the mound and be like, ooh, thank God. Come on, man. There, stop it. You're fooling yourself. Rich says, I'm wide awake, so excited. Absolutely. Joe says, have to take the boy to North Jersey for a tournament in 4 hours. I ain't sleeping. That's the man of the year right there, Joe. I know that feeling, man. I used to work shift work. I'd be working overnights, getting up, driving to Reading in the morning for softball tournaments, going to that first game, first pitch at 8 o'clock till 9:30, and all of a sudden, boom, go to sleep in the car till the second game, go home, take a nap, go back to work, man. It's all good. Javon says Neris got bailed out. Absolutely. I love it. Look, new Alvarado, my Migdalia am I saying that right? McDahlia, I love it. Says I'm a Mets fan, but Phillies are the best. Listen, you got a Jacob deGrom problem, okay? But that's okay. We love what. Listen, we will take your fandom over here. We love it. Listen, I accept all fans, man. All fans. I love it. Thanks for checking in. Make sure you hit subscribe and hit like on the button. We talk all sports here, not just Philly. I accept everybody. I don't turn anybody away. We know it's great on the sound. We have Padre fans checking in. Anthony, and we were just going back and forth. It was great, like back and forth, having a lot of camaraderie. That's all about. I don't blast anybody for being a fan of another team. Listen, it is what it is, man. It's cool. There's a mutual respect there. Okay, we have our fun. We'll jaw back and forth. But at the end of the day, I always bring this up. And my man Al checking in. Al knows me. Al and Andre had a half-court heat show against the post-game at Toronto Raptors. And we had so many Toronto Raptor fans checking in. And it was tremendous. It was just a back and forth. It was absolutely great. Again, McDahlia, if you could subscribe, that'd be great. More comments, absolutely bring them. Al says 3 down, more to go. My man, the 2-minute warning. Make sure you follow on the 2-minute warning page. As always, Al just starting it up. Al is one of the most underrated voices in all social media, man. He's on Twitter all day long at the 2-minute warning, repping up those Sixers, yelling at other fans. I love it. You can't beat it. Cauldron says Nick C was like the opposite. Oh, look at that. Yo, read this comment for a second. Nick C was like the opposite of Ken Batiste in 93 NLCS Game 1 at the Vet, mind you. Again, where I was sitting third base, 4 rows from the field, me and my dad in that game, okay? He had a big-time error and then made up for it in the bat and won the game. I remember that game like it was yesterday, and it was one of my best memories ever. Rich says you could really roll a bat up there, and Nick would swing. I'm telling you, man, Nick would freaking swing at anything right now, bro. It's crazy. DeGone, yeah, DeGrom. You're right. Capitan says so much for the Astros taking it for. We're gonna call them fightings for a reason, you know. And that's the thing. It was killing me too. All the talk was always about just how many games it was going to take for the Phillies to lose. Right? You know, that's all it was how many games it take for, you know, Bregman comes out. You know, it's just a matter of we win it in 4 or 5. You got Dusty Baker coming out saying, hey, Dust, get the toothpick out of your mouth, bro. Okay, we won Game 1. So when you just said, oh, well, you know, let's win the first one. Once we win the first one, we'll talk about the second one. You have never won a postseason yet, man. 11 tries. You've been to the big dance a few times, still can't get it done, Dust. Okay, so ease your roll a little bit. Okay, don't count your chickens before the hatch. I'm old school statement. Okay, and just relax and see what happens. Joe says DeGrom will be gone. He will. I'm telling you, I think DeGrom is gone. Yeah, we did with the Padre. Padre fans were great, man. Javon says we got to give a shot to Kyle Schwarber with his date plus and his base running. Javon, right before you checked in, we're on the same page. I said the same thing for him. Okay, again from that play. Okay, when he was able to go from second to home, that was a read off the. First to home, that was a read off the bat. That was a read off the bat with a bad wheel, man. Kyle Schwarber again, battle tested veteran again, veteran. Look, we got. Rich says, yeah, the Raptors fans were fun. Remember, listen, I got Doc Rivers checking in again. Doc Rivers checking in right now. Here we go. It's Doc Rivers. Remember, it's about the time when Doc's Twitter account gets blown off for all the porn, right? So I guess Doc Rivers is checking into the account again tonight. All right, Doc, what's up? Good game tonight, Doc, even though I think you should be gone. Eric says, those overnights watching the games and great sports debates you were setting up back then for now, bro. Yo, Eric knows. Eric knows what I was doing. Eric knows what I was doing. I had a lot of long nights, man. A lot of long nights. Me and my man Sal. Me, my man Sal, rest in peace, my man Nikki Mazuka, okay, ain't with us right now, just up there talking sports all night long at 2 o'clock in the morning, having some coffee, a couple Marlboros. At the end of the day, yeah, I don't smoke right now, but back like 20 years ago, I did for a minute because I was a shift worker. There was nothing else to do to keep me awake. And we always said we're going to talk sports, man. We're going to talk sports. And here we are right now, Eric. here we are. Rich says, everyone said, oh, it's Astros in 4 or 5 games. Well, now you see the fight in Phillies. Yep. I'll give Alex Rodriguez credit. He picked the Phillies tonight. That's because Alec wants some follows. Alex got killed for announcing our series and in St. Louis. He got killed. So now he wants to jump on the Phillies wagon. Al says, Tony, I've never ever seen a manager coach nail every move he makes. Al, it is unbelievable, man. It is unbelievable. But again, we got to watch it again. We got to watch it again. Let's go. Let's get hyped.
3-2 from Garcia. Realmuto shoots one in the air the other way. Back goes Tucker at the wall. It's gone. Realmuto starts the 10th with a go-ahead shot. He tied it in.
Silence in Minute Maid Park. Silence. And then the base running right here that Javon just talked about with Kyle Schwarber.
First. 0-1 pitch. Realmuto got a breaking ball. Lifted it to left center field. McCormick and Alvarez on the move, and it's off the wall. Both runners will come in. The Phillies have come all the way back and tied it in the 5th.
How do you not love this friggin' team? How do you not love this friggin' team, man? I tell you, my man Kyle checking in. Kyle says 2008 vibe. It's what I'm telling you, man. Like, it's crazy. Everything that's been happening just gives me the chills and makes me think about 2008, man. Like, everything. The difference is in 2008, we had to beat the Tampa Bay Rays, who weren't that good. This time we're doing it against the Houston Astros, man, which is amazing to me. And the route that we had to get right now, the improbable, everything's the improbable, man. Rich says, Doc, it's pouring time. Nightly Faggot says, those fans were so boring. Those fans are frauds, Nightfly. Those fans are frauds. They were. Listen, you just checking in. Listen, if you're following right now, if you're on the YouTube, you found us on the YouTube channel, make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you're hitting the like button. Tons of great content here on the Final Judgment, powered by Heat Ratio Sports, powered by Windale Sports, and as always, sponsored by our great friends at SEObrand.com. More sponsor announcements to come, which is amazing. Harry says, Big Papi gets it. I love Big Papi, man. I did kill Big Papi a little bit for the, getting a haul with the interesting, inconclusive steroid test, we'll call it, but that's okay. Big Papi repping the AI jersey, repping the Bryce Harper jersey, repping the B-Dog jersey. That's where it's at, man. JT, the most underpaid catcher in baseball. Ain't that amazing, Rich? He's the most underpaid, but nobody wanted to pay him. Nobody wanted to pay him. It's crazy, man. People are idiots. That's the problem. Please don't get a takedown. Listen, man. Like, I got a good feeling. I said Phillies in 6. Unfortunately, I think that if we win, I say when we win, it'll be in Houston. But again, I still listen. You just took you and Rich says Schwarber, even with a bad wheel, so hard from first. You still took every ounce of energy out of that team. And I get it. They're going to come back. They're professionals. But guess what? You're coming back against our ace now. You're coming back against our ace, who we have no doubt in our mind that Wheeler's going to go pitch again tomorrow night. Okay? Wheeler's going to pitch, or actually it's tonight, right? It's tonight. Again, it's tonight. Yes, Javon has stolen base too. That was on my notes that I read earlier too. It's funny. We're such on the same page. I have it written down earlier. Schwarber full count walk. I got his huge lead written down. Top of 7. Schwarber steals second. Huge. On a bad wheel, man. On a bad friggin' wheel. My man Al checking in the 2-minute warning says it was loud in there after JT hit the home run. I'll tell you, man, it's crazy. Right now that you just shook. You just shook all of Houston right now. Cappy says, so I imagine Wheeler is going to start tomorrow. If he shuts the Houston Astros down and they come back to Philly, good luck, Houston. Listen, you have every reason to believe that we have more than a 50-50 shot of stealing 2 games in Houston. And then you got to come home and play 3 games. Okay. Then you got to come home and play 3 games. The narrative has changed, people. The narrative has changed, and I love every friggin' minute of it. The narrative has changed this way because you know what? Everybody was hyping up these damn Houston Astros. Everybody before pregame. It was just, it's like, even talking about the playoff format and, oh, you might never ever see this again. And the improbable. Nobody's ever been able to do this. And whatever, man. This is a different team. It's a different team. Cauldron says, I meant, don't get a takedown, as in copyright strike for playing those clips. Yeah. Listen, you're right. But again, that's okay. We're good. As long as it's under a minute, okay, and we give credit, it's all good, man. It's all good. We're all good. Rich says, you took the heart out of them, and now the Astros have the pressure on them. You're right. You took the heart and the energy out of them. Harry says, I want my free taco. That's right. Taco Bell, free tacos for everybody, man. Free tacos for everybody. It's like the free smoothie. You can't get a smoothie anymore at the Sixers game, but now you can get a free taco. Kyle says, if Phillies win, are you happier for Rob Thompson or for Charlie Manuel when he won? That's a tough one. That's a good question, man. That's a good question because Uncle Charlie, listen, I thought he was a blubbering idiot, to be honest with you. Like, I was like, how is this dude going to win a World Series? I'm no disrespect, but I'm like, I can't even understand him. Like, I didn't know what was going on. And again, I was much younger back then. We're talking 14 years ago. So listen, a little more immature than I am now. I'm a pretty mature individual right now. But again, I was a little immature back then. So I wondered the same damn thing. I don't know, man. It's a tough question. I think it's going to be Rob Thompson, in my opinion. Because if you read the Rob Thompson story and you read about, where he's been and what he's done and the respect he has around the league. And I know Charlie, Mr. Baseball, he had the same respect. I get it for working with some of the people that he did. But I think just the way that Rob has approached the game, is something, that we can watch. And you know what? Here's another thing that I want to bring up. I don't know if anybody watched this, but on pregame, they had Sam Fold on. Okay, for baseball operations for the Phillies. And if you remember, Sam Fold played on a couple organizations and was with a couple organizations, meaning the Oakland A's and the Tampa Bay Rays. He was in their front offices, and he got to watch how teams that aren't, don't have the market revenue that other teams have, don't have the resources that other teams have to go out to get these big money players. And if you look at what the Phillies did, at the trade deadline, that's what they did. They made a lot. They made a lot out of nothing, really. They trusted their coaching to be able to turn guys around and put them in great spots, right? They listen to Edwin Sosa, right? Edmundo Sosa comes from St. Louis, and you don't think he can hit. He's brought in for his defense, and all of a sudden, again, Kevin Long. Okay, same thing you saw with Brandon Marsh. Same thing, Kevin Long. Okay, they bring these guys in, and I know a Syndergaard, right? And thank God. I think everybody will agree with me with this. Thank God that we did not have to go to Brad Hand. Like, that's the only thing I was thinking. Like, if this game goes in any longer, we may have to have a Brad Hand inning. And I was like, no, please, I'm just shutting my TV off. If we get to a point where we got to go to Brad Hand, I'm done. Because he is a stiff. He is done. Harry says Phillies get no respect ever. Never. We don't like it. Nobody likes us and we don't care, right? It's simple as that. Calder says this team is different from 2008, though. Kind of knew that the 08 team was going to win as early as the Brewers series, but this team, they're defying all logic. They're not expected. This is out of nowhere. Absolute. You know what? I agree with that wholeheartedly, right? Because we had the 07 series, okay, in Colorado where we got there and we got beat. We all knew that was kind of their moment. Right? That was their moment getting into the postseason and saying, you know what? They're going to be good for next year. and they came in, and we didn't foresee the Brad Lidge thing going on, right? We had no idea, but again, at the same time, we knew in '08 that we were set up for success. So yeah, you know what, College, that's a great point. I agree. Cappy says, wait until we hear how loud and crazy the energy is at Citizens Bank Park. Bedlam at the bank, Scott Fransky says, right? Bedlam at the bank. He says, I imagine the fans are going to be chanting, let's go cheaters to the Astros. Listen, absolutely. They were chanting, who was it? They were chanting DUI to somebody. Help me out, guys. Who they say? I was laughing my ass off. The dude gets a DUI like 2 years ago, and the Philly fans are chanting DUI, which was unbelievable. It was a great moment. Yeah, Rich says, please no Brad Hand. 2-minute warning. My man Al Griffin says, everybody say Houston was going to win this series. Oh, they had the best pitching, the better defense, the better bullpen, and that may all be true, but we have bigger hearts. I love that statement. It was Javon's got it. It was Marcell Ozuna DUI. It was hilarious. I was dying. Rich says they have been underdogs in every series, like the Cards were supposed to beat them. Then definitely the Braves, without question, the Astros. Listen, the only series I felt comfortable with, to be honest with you, was the Padres. I thought the Padres, there was no way the Padres would beat the Phillies. Honestly, I was very confident in that series. But the Braves series, listen, man, I wasn't too positive about that. We really shut them down. St. Louis, you going to St. Louis? 3 games in one of the baseball capitals of the world? You go into Busch Stadium and you take care of business in 3 games where not only did you have to beat the Houston Astros with guys like Goldschmidt and Arenado, but you had to beat the nostalgia factor, the storylines of Albert Pujols and Yadier Molina. Nobody even talks about that. That's a huge deal, man. That's a huge deal. You went into St. Louis, okay, under the arches, okay, and you beat them and you moved on. I mean, that is a huge deal. The Atlanta, it was Ozuna. Harry says it reminds you of a team who loses a triple overtime game in the NHL, momentum killer for the losing team. And Harry brings up a good point because we talk about that, right? The NHL is a huge momentum swing. It's a big-ass pendulum, man. One thing about the NHL, and this is exactly what's happened, triple overtime, because it's just demoralizing, right? It's demoralizing, and that's what happens. It's completely demoralizing. And this is a big moment. Listen, that's the problem when you get ahead of yourself. That's what I love about this Phillies team. They don't get ahead of yourself. And the biggest problem with getting ahead of yourself, okay, is because right away you get ahead of yourself and now you have to backtrack. Now you look like a bonehead. That's what's happening. So now you look like a bonehead. Now you look like a cocky you-know-what, okay? And now you have to kind of eat your words a little bit, and it's a must-win. Tonight is a must-win for the Houston Astros. Say what you want. It's a must-win for the Houston Astros. Okay? You cannot go down 2-0. Okay? You cannot, and I'm guessing, Javon, I know you're up on this. It's Framber tomorrow night, right? It's Valdez. I'm pretty sure. Jeff checking in. Jeff, what's up? Jeff said, Jeff, new to the channel. Jeff, your finals on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit the like button. I love to get the interaction. Tony, remember this. He says the Phillies always find a way to win. Could this end in 4? You never know. Anything can happen. What do you think, Tony? Listen, Jeff, I love the energy. Right now, anything is possible. Okay? Listen, you did the unthinkable. I'll say it again. You did the unthinkable. So you went into Houston in game 1. You got down 5. The thing that's unthinkable is you got down 5-0. Okay? 5-0. They thought this game was over. Okay, you did the unthinkable. So, Jeff, the unthinkable is that the Phillies sweep and win a World Series. Do I think it can happen right now? Absolutely. Absolutely think it can happen. Cauldron says this team was 3rd place in their own division, a distant 3rd. Weren't even close, and they weren't even on fire going into the playoffs. They limped in an ugly fashion. What they're doing this postseason is just nuts. Cauldron, fantastic comment. Fantastic comment. You're so right, man. They got swept by the Cubs. Okay, they were limping around. We were thinking, like, what the hell's going on? We may not even make the friggin' play. We might give this away. This may be an all-time collapse, and we still get in, and look what we're doing, man. I love the comment. Javon says, yes. Okay, cool. I thought that was right. Framber's on the mound tomorrow. Be interested to see which relievers will be available for both teams. Listen, Javon, I think it's all in, man. I don't think they care. I think every player, like I love that story about Alvarado that walks in the office and tells Rob Thompson, I want the ball. Every game I want the ball. I love it, man. Jose, right? I love every minute of it. I'm telling you, like, it is a fantastic thing, man. It is fantastic. Rich says they look like after they scored 5 runs, Astros looked like they were celebrating. They didn't realize who they were playing in the Phillies. One thing I will say about the Astros, thank God I don't have to see any selfie sticks or any Polaroid photos like we had to do with those idiots out there in San Diego. Okay, so I'm glad I don't have to see that. I'll give them that. Oliver, my man Oliver checking in, new to the channel. Listen, if you're new to the channel, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, final judgment. Make sure you're following it. A lot of big things coming up. We only been on air for 3 months. You got a long track record. I'm trying to bring all that to you. Telling everybody before, I've been told no too many times. I've been told I've been too freaking powerful. I've gotten forgotten about by everybody who I helped build. It's okay. I'm still here and I'm living good. I'm very comfortable and I'm loving everything. So Oliver, yes, Phillies in 4. I dig it. Kyle says, I have a very little doubt the Phillies take this. Coming back down 5 against Verlander and this amazing, I love how he says amazing in quotation marks, because that's all we heard. Amazing, elite, it's all we heard. Amazing Astros bullpen and wildly invigorating for this team. I love it. I love the comment. Very little doubt. It's great. Again, I will say this, that 42 strikeouts in 33 innings. But the funny thing is, even though we didn't face Josh Hader against San Diego, that's what we heard about Suarez, right? Well, that's what we heard about Suarez. We heard about all these unbelievable Garcia and Suarez, all these unbelievable relievers. And again, a will to win, man. A will to win. The baseball gods are looking down on the Philadelphia Phillies. And again, this doesn't feel like 08 as much as I feel like, and again, it's only one game and it's different, but this has that 2017 Philadelphia Eagles Super Bowl feel, okay? Because nobody thought we could take down the New England Patriots, okay? I know we're fans, okay? I get it. We're fans, and we bleed green, okay? There's no wrong with that. But again, nobody was thinking that the Eagles were going to go in. I mean, come on, man. Nick Foles overtakes Tom Brady, throws for more yards. Tom Brady throws, and we still win. It's the unthinkable. It's the football gods had spoken. Well, guess what? The baseball gods are speaking right now. And you know what they're speaking? They're speaking Philadelphia language, because right now, move over Dallas. This is America's town now. Philadelphia is America's town. America's team is the Philadelphia Phillies. How about that? Al says, let's take it one game at a time, just like the Eagles. I get it, man. You sound like Rob Thompson, Al. One game at a time. Everybody's available rest in the offseason. Exactly. Calder says, just read a statistic after this game. Verlander's World Series ERA right now is 6.07, the worst of any pitcher in baseball history. Love it. Again, Justin Verlander, not a great dude off the field, man. Again, so not a very likable guy. Again, I respect his game, but, it is what it is. He's kind of like the Aaron Rodgers of baseball. He really is. He's a guy that's not liked by a lot of people. Rich says, underdogs, Eagles were underdogs against the Vikings at home. I feel like we're always underdogs, man. We're always underdogs in Philadelphia, and that's okay. Okay, that's why we love it. That's why we absolutely love it. Again, if you're checking in anywhere, that's not YouTube. If you're on Twitter right now, checking in, because there is no more live Twitter. Okay, it's live Twitter, but it's no more Periscope, so you can't comment. You want to comment? Go to the YouTube channel, right? Go to that YouTube channel, The Final Judgment. Check it out. I got a lot of great interviews on there. We do shorts. We do different content. We talk all sports locally. Yes. Listen, you see the background, right? You see the jersey. You see, I'm a Philadelphia guy. Okay, I'm a Philadelphia guy. So, yes, I talk a lot about Philadelphia, but I also talk a lot nationally as well. So, listen, I talk music, I talk culture, we talk books. Okay, I get you as many interviews as I can with beat writers and reporters. Hoping to have a lot of more people on soon, but right now it's so hectic. My man Chris Franklin, who covers the Eagles from NJ.com, had him on the preseason. I was talking to him back and forth on Twitter today. He's like, Tony, I'm so sorry, I'm so busy. He wants to get back on. I'm going to have Kai Carlin on again. He previewed the Sixers for us. He's going to be back on. Have Alexa Ross on really soon. We're going to get together, finally track her down. We keep going back and forth. Covers the Indianapolis Colts and the Indiana Pacers, but it's a Temple-made Philly girl from Philly roots. Making it out in another market. Going to bring her back home to get her opinion as well. So make sure you're following the channel, man. Listen, I work my ass off to get these people and these networking connections for so many years to make sure that I can set this up not only for me but for you and for the audience, so we could get a little different flavor. Listen, I'm not a sports radio hater. I'm not. I just got tired of waiting around, and I know people get tired of waiting around and listening. And, when can I get on? When can I get my 1 minute of fame? Listen, we're going for 54 minutes, man. You get 54 minutes on here. I'll put your name up on screen. Listen, you want to get involved? Hit me up, man. I'll have guests on the show. This is all interactive, man. This is all interactive. 100%. Rich says, Tony, what did I tell you this morning? That you did, Rich. 100%. Rich said they're going to get the Verlander. He brought up his highly inflated ERA in the postseason, especially in the World Series. He brought it up, man. So, Rich, again, this is why the followers of this show are on it, man. You guys bring this stuff to me as well. It's not just me. It's everybody's show, man. That's what I love about it. Cauldron says, dude, that's hilarious. I felt about Verlander how I feel about Rodgers. That's a perfect analogy. It really is. Listen, Aaron Rodgers, again, sends his gifts back to his family, right? It's ridiculous. McDalia, unbelievable. You were around the whole time. Great game. Have a good night, McDalia. Please check in again. I'll be live again tomorrow night after last pitch. We're going to go all postseason. Okay, all postseason. I can't guarantee that I'll be live after Eagles games all the time, but for these Phillies games, they're 8:03. The perfect time for me. Okay, perfect time for me. Late nights, I love it. I'm up all night anyway. Frank, I gotta read this. Rich says Verlander is such a douche. He just said in the post game, 99% of the time with a 5-run lead, he will make sure that he gets the win. Well, you didn't tonight there, Justin. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. What the hell, man? Calder says, McDalia, take care, even though you're a Mets fan. Exactly. We welcome all, man. Calder, we welcome all. It's great. I love the camaraderie. Bring it, man. It's all good fun. Absolutely. Cappy says, Yankee fans are rooting for us. Dodgers, Red Sox fans, many others, even Braves fans. Oh, and Canada is rooting for the Phillies. Crazy. Everybody. We might finally be playing a team that people hate more than us, except the national media, because all of a sudden, everybody's an Astros fan, right? It's crazy. Harry says, hope my Flyers can be talked about this year. Harry, check it out. Listen, I don't know if you follow us, okay, but make sure, again, this is my own channel right here on the Final Judgment. This is on me, but make sure at Heat Ratio Sports, which I am the leader of, that we have a tremendous team there. Okay, my man Dan Green and Nick Tosti do a tremendous job. The Flyer Nice podcast. Make sure you check them out. They go live every week, talking Flyers, talking about the orange and black, Harris. So I know you'll like it. Get on there, man. They do the same kind of show. Great format. They talk it all. They got guests on there as well. So make sure you're checking them out. Kyle says, if Phillies win this, I think it gives the Eagles that much more motivation to win it all. Can you imagine? Like, I don't think the city can handle this shit, man. Like, the city of Philadelphia cannot handle it. Cannot handle. Look at my man Rich. My Rich checking in, man. Says great content for all sports heat rate. That's the thing, man. Again, make sure. Again, we'll go through this one more time before we keep going. The Final Judgment. If you're clicking, okay, if you're clicking on the Facebook page and you're watching this live, make sure you go to YouTube, go in the search bar, type in The Final Judgment, okay, and you'll go right to my channel where we have all the shorts, we have all the interviews with the national people, we talk all sports and where this show resides from. I'd greatly appreciate it if you hit subscribe and you hit like. But then you got Heat Ratio Sports, who we're powered by. which is another YouTube channel. YouTube is where you're going now, okay? YouTube is where we're at. They talk all sports, okay? Football, basketball, hockey, local and national. They're always hooking it up, right? Always hooking it up. And then we got Win Daily Sports. Listen, if you're fantasy, if you like sports betting, if you like DFS, you follow us at Win Daily Sports as well. And if you want a free week, go sign up. Listen, we're only $5.99 a week. For people are hitting $1,000 tickets every day. It's ridiculous. I'm not just saying that. You can check it out. If you want sports prop models, check it out. I can get you a free week. Use the code word green. So yes, check that out. Thank you, Rich. I appreciate it. My man Javon says, I love it. Heat Ratio Sports. My man Javon. Yeah, check my man Javon out too. Okay. Check my man Javon out. Javon, is it J Alfred 10? J Alfred 10 on Twitter. I'm gonna make sure I get that right. Bill says Phil's in for my another cousin checking in, family checking in at 1:41 a.m. Okay, I got my man Harry checking in. I have my cousin Karen checking in. I got my cousin Bill checking in. My man's probably up installing garage doors right now in the background, listening to a little Iron Maiden or AC/DC because I know he's a hard rock guy. Phillies in 4, Jigsaw. I love it. Rich says we talked about sports, and I mean all sports. Actually, see, here's what I will say. This is what I love. Okay, again, Rich just said we, and that's what this is, man. This is we. This is our channel. This is our content, right? Again, yes, I get it. Like, somebody has to run it, right? But that's all good. But yes, you're right. This is our channel, man. That we taking over, right? This is what we do. We take over. Vincent says, I'm from LA. I love it. Philadelphia is such a great city. Go Phillies. Look at that. We're touching LA. We're touching LA. Now, Vincent, I will admit that I did say I didn't want to see the Dodgers in it, not because I hate the Dodgers. It's because I knew they had a stacked lineup, and I didn't want to see them, and I knew we could beat the Padres, okay? So that's the only hate I had on L.A., okay? That's the only hate I had. So, no, I appreciate you checking in, man. It's great. 100%. Eric still up says, if Phillies bring this home, we got to get whoever we can together and toast. Nick, you're right, man. Listen, my man Nicky Maz, man. Mickey Mizuka, rest in peace. He up there rolling around. I'd be loving this, man. One of the coolest dudes I ever met, man. Going way too soon, man. Going way too soon. Shout out to old school buddy of mine, classmate, my man Danny Dwyer. I'm unfortunately 44 years old. I just find out he passed away a couple days ago. Suddenly, man, getting older sucks, man. You see death all around you, man. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. My man Rich checking in. Shit, even if it's Tiddlywinks. Dude, Rich just went Tiddlywinks. And that's an old school game, man. That's an old school game. That's what I'm talking about. That is an old school game. Cauldron says, what is going on? All these folks root for our Phils, man. I love it. Everybody loves the Phillies now, man. It is. It's pretty neat. I love it. A 2-minute warning out says, after this game, they doubt if we can get the early lead tomorrow and take the crowd out the game. Wow. Watch out. It's crazy, man. It is crazy. I'm so excited. I'm ready to play right now. I won't even question Phillies in 4 at this point. I've given up because every time I say they can't do it, they make me look dumb. And that's a great thing. I've always said it about my opinions, right? It's like if they're wrong and I got to eat crow for them being wrong and it benefits Philadelphia and it benefits us, I really don't care. I love every minute. I'll sit there with pie on my face, egg on my face, whatever you want to call it, every single day of the week. It doesn't even matter. Vinny says, it's just a game, but I have to say, you love the hearts of Phillies. Harper, the Vikings. Listen, man, you got to love the Philly hearts, man. You know, our hearts are always in it, man. Our hearts are always in it. It's what we do. We breathe and we eat our sports. It's as simple as that. We breathe and we eat our sports. We just went an hour and 2 minutes. An hour and 2 minutes. I got to take a drink real fast because my mouth is dying. But yeah, we just went an hour and 2 minutes, man. Rich says, it's because those cheating scumbags, Astros, nobody expects Texas is rooting for them. Listen, man, exactly. Nobody except Texas is rooting for the Astros. Listen, I don't want to get into that because I've had some take on that whole cheating scandal, to be honest with you, that people probably aren't going to like, but this isn't the show for that. So I'm not going to bring that up. That'll be a show for another time. But we're just going to talk these good vibes. Got my shirt today. Listen, I don't have it on right now. I have it on tomorrow night from my good friends at Kolb Designs. Check them out. A local outfit in Philadelphia, in Bridesburg, in the Berg. Kolb Designs. Check them out, man. I'll tell you what. I cannot. Listen. You, if anybody, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Like I get older anymore. It's not that I look for bargains, but number one, I want to support the mom and pop stores because I love it, and I love how they're Philly people and they live and breathe their material. But I got literally 3 hoodies and 7 shirts for the NLCS, and I paid $190 shipped to my house, bro, for free. Like I couldn't even get 2 sweatshirts that were New Era 47, okay, for that price. It was ridiculous. So check out Kolb Designs, and I also ordered my Bryce Harper shirt from my man at Art History 101, my man Jay. You got to check them out too. Art History 101, tremendous local people, local shops. Got to support small. David says Philadelphia Phillies win again tomorrow. Dave, I love seeing that Expos thing. I'm in. Thomas checking in says, listen, this is why I like it. Like Thomas, I love it. See, this is what we get. This is what we get right now. For everybody tuning in, we got the Astro fan, which I love. Thomas, again, I'm shocked. Like I keep saying that. I'm happy. I'm shocked too. He says, as an Astro fan, I'm in absolute shambles right now, man. Phillies are no joke, and y'all deserve this win. Talk about gritty respect, and that's the thing, man. Like, I said bad things about Alex Bregman because I thought he was really cocky today about Dusty Baker as well. But that team, like I said it earlier, I got respect for the Houston Astros, and you know why? Okay, because I said this before, and Thomas, let me see if you agree with this. Like, Kyle Tucker, who all of a sudden wanted to play the Cody Ross villain against us. Okay, it's not that I didn't like the guy. He just killed us tonight. And luckily we got one up above him. But he didn't go in the clubhouse and take a selfie with his phone. He didn't take a Polaroid pose. Man, and that's what I respect about the Astros. They didn't do any of that. None of that. I have no problem with that. Listen, they were the best team in baseball, bar none. They were the best team in baseball. Okay, so you got to take your hat off to them. And right now, you're seeing the Phillies are a gritty bunch. The Phillies are a gritty bunch. Thomas, I greatly listen. I hope you ride with us no matter what, man. No matter what. All this whole World Series, win or lose, let's ride. Get on this show, man. I'd love to hear your opinion back and forth. Mutual respect here, brother. It's all camaraderie. Rich says you got to support local people stores. Absolutely. Absolutely. You can't beat that price. You couldn't. Art History 101. Check them out, man. Tremendous shot. Much respect, Thomas. Way to come on and give credit. See, that's what we love about this show. You're bringing everybody in. Harry says, like Ed Sheeran said, win today and we walk together forever. I love that, man. I love that. Now, I can't. I love it. Joey Marsh second in says, this series is over. World effing champions, Chase Utley voice, man. Like, say, I'm going to pump the brakes just a little bit. All right. But I love the energy, man. I love it. Like I do. I will say that, I said Phillies in 6. I'm still sticking to Phillies in 6. This was before this game. I said Phillies in 6. Again, Phillies a throwback team. Again, they are a gritty team, man. They do a lot of things right. Listen, remember something. I say this. Nobody thought the Atlanta Braves would win the World Series last year without Ronald Acuna, right? Nobody thought they would do it. And the way they did it, okay, was they did it with pitching. Okay, they did it with stellar defense, and they did it by playing fundamental baseball. I will tell you this. The Philadelphia Phillies were not made to win games with the arms. They were made to win games with their bats. And that's what you are seeing right now. And goddamn is Rob Thompson pushing all the right buttons, man. It's unbelievable. Nick Castellanos just said in an interview he trusts everything Rob does. And I agree with Nick. Nick Castellanos, man. Again, you gotta love Nick. He's getting killed right now. I mean, people probably sending him like nasty grams all over Twitter, tagging him and all. I think that's, you know what, man. I will say this. This is a little Jigsaw statement here. But the tagging the athletes when you're killing them is so lame. It is. It's childish. Grow up. Seriously, grow up. Like, I saw some ridiculous stuff on Twitter. And you want to know why these fans, and these guys aren't on Twitter and don't want to respond to people? These are the same guys that are saying, same guys that are at these people, or same guys that are, oh, this guy wouldn't sign my autograph, right? I mean, it's ridiculous. Joey Mark says this team fights hard. Rocky Balboa, man. It's like Balboa versus Drago right now, right? Somebody said that in our this morning on the show. They said it. They 100%. They said it was Rocky 4 all over again. Thomas says, besides from the Yankees and Dodgers fans, Astros are the most arrogant fan base there is. Would I love my team to win? Yes, but I won't be mad if the Phillies win this series. Thomas, I love it. Let me ask you something, though. This is like, I had the picture on my phone. I'm not throwing it up on the screen, but I had a couple guys that were at Houston sending me some text messages, man. There's some major violations. Man. Again, there's some major violations with people reading a magazine, okay? Reading a magazine. Harry says, listen, Harry, we're going to give it to you right here. We're going to give you, there's the bell right there, okay? I got drops just like the radio. I got drops, man. I could do that too. So yeah, but Thomas, mutual respect, much respect. I just don't understand why the fans aren't on their feet, okay, in the final moments of games and innings. Like, we be on our feet with the rally towels going crazy, and half of the fans behind the stadium or behind home plate weren't even standing up. I just don't get it. Rich says they aren't winning 2-1. They win 6-5. That's the way we are. It's the way we were built. Javon says Castellanos is due for a home run in this series. It's going to happen. I thought, Javon, I thought it was tonight. I did. I thought, when we were talking earlier about playing him in DFS when he was with the Reds, and he would drop under that 5,000. He would go off with those home runs and grand slams. I was having a throwback moment tonight. I thought he was going to hit a grand slam, man. I really did. I thought he was going to hit a grand slam. It was going to be great. It really was. Rich says they bash Nick at bat, then they say great. Rich, I said it earlier, man. I said earlier, Twitter frauds. That's why I hate Twitter sometimes. Twitter frauds. All these arrogant, immature idiots, okay, that are out there for just clicks. Okay, it's crazy, man. Let's throw stuff up there. All this guy, it was ridiculous. It just kills me sometimes. Thomas says, honestly, I think it's because we hear so much, we have gotten complacent. You know what? I get it, Thomas. I have nothing for that statement. I agree. That could be definitely why. 100%. Thomas says, I have the Astros splitting the series tomorrow, then Astros in 7, but man, this is going to be a long series. Listen, nothing wrong with that. I greatly respect your opinion here. I do. I said Phillies in 6. You got Astros in 7. Again, they have to split, but man, it's going to be. I don't think it's going to be 4. I know people are saying Phillies in 4 and all that. I don't think so. I think this goes 6 games at the least. At 7 games, we're in trouble. If it goes 7. But again, it's going to be interesting. Vincent says the Phillies are a working man's teams. I love it. I never saw fans saying so much for their team. Thanks for a great Friday night, Vincent. Thanks for checking in. Make sure you're subscribing, man, and make sure you come back tomorrow night, because we'll be back right here tomorrow night doing the same damn thing. Win or lose. Mario checking in. Good evening, everyone. Tipping my hats off to the Phillies and good luck in the World Series. I am a Padres fan. Nothing but respect for Mr. Harper, and I am a big Kyle S. fan. Love Schwarber. Padres fan checking in. See, I love it. The Padres fan checking in. Nothing wrong with that. We appreciate it. Listen, I had a very big hatred for Manny Machado and Juan Soto for some of their antics and their cockiness in that series. I did say that, I'll be honest with you, but I really, really appreciate you checking in and saying that, man. And listen, man, respect for Harper and Kyle Schwarber. I agree, man. Al says he's watching ESPN. Yeah, because they don't know what to say. They don't know what to say. Thomas says, if the Phillies win tomorrow, the World Series is theirs. I agree, man. My man CC checking in. Here we go. Listen, everybody. We're checking in from Scotland. We're checking in from the UK. 1 a.m. start time. Fell asleep and missed JT's home run. However, don't mind waking up to that. Just like Zach Wheeler, I'm well rested and ready to go for game 2. Phillies in 6. I love it. CC checking in. We're reaching Scotland, man. We're going world friggin' wide. I love it, man. Everybody checking in. I'll make sure I didn't miss anybody's comments here because there's a lot going on. I'll try to get everybody up here. Got to get your bum because Mickey get up your bum because Mickey loves you. The old Rocky reference. I love it. I missed this one. Eric says these guys made the level every one of us as a kid dreamed about. We shouldn't knock these guys. They did everything to get to this point. Listen, I love it, man. I completely agree, man. I completely agree. Harry says, hey, Tony, got to get some sleep. See you tomorrow. My man, Harry, I love you, bro. Absolutely. Thanks for checking in. I really appreciate it. I'm about to sign off in about 10 minutes anyway. It's almost 2 a.m., man. It's almost 2 a.m. I love it. It's almost 2 a.m. Cauldron says, Mario, your team was an honor to play. That series was this punch, counter punch, counter punch. Padres never laid down and died like I wanted. Every game was close. I do agree with that. It was punch after punch, man. It was a very exciting series, man. We just got the last one. Bryce Harper had the last punch, man. He had the knockout. Simple as that. Rich says, Scotland, my ancestors and family from there. Look at that, man. We got some love in the comments. Thomas says, predictions for Zach tomorrow. I don't know anything about him, and could use some insight. What I will tell you, Zach, what I will tell you, Thomas, is he is 100% locked in. Zach Wheeler is 100% locked in. The confidence that you guys, had in you, Darvish, the confidence that the Astro fans had in Justin Verlander is the confidence that we have in Zach Wheeler. That's how good he is. Okay, again, I would totally be blown away if Zach Wheeler does not go 6 to 7 innings tomorrow. Totally blown away a 1-run ball. How's that? By the way, Calder says, not that it matters, but JT absolutely threw that guy out second base. He was out. Just say that was so close. So close, man. It just to make it close was crazy. Eric says, good night, my man. Good night, everyone. Stay blessed. Get rested for another crazy ride. Thanks for checking in, Eric. I appreciate it, as always. Mario says, was it just me or did Astros fans didn't show the same energy as Padres and Phillies games last week? The energy was crazy in both parks. I think that the energy in San Diego was down a tad. A lot of them, I thought, weren't really involved, but I will say that they did stand a lot more than what we saw in Houston. I will say that. Thomas says, I thought Pena was going to end it. Oh, man, listen. When Pena came up, I was scared. I was scared. Mario says Wheeler, he's dealing. This is as big as Dodgers game 1 against the A's. Wow. The Kirk Gibson game? Are we going back to the Kirk Gibson game? You're doing the rounding around with the groin? Riding around the groin? Or is that where we're going, man? Rich says, Wheeler was unhittable stuff when healthy, and he is healthy 100%. Tom says, I've been upset all night, but surprised feel a lot better letting some steam out on this stream. Thank you. Will subscribe, Thomas, please. I greatly appreciate it. Like I said, we don't turn nobody away, man. This is what we do. We vent, we have fun, and again, even if we're not live, if you hit the comments, man, I'm going to answer you. You may have other people that follow this stream answer you. Whatever it is, somebody's going to get to you. Trust me. Joey says, I don't hate the Padres. I hate those old guys singing that corny song. I know what Joey's talking about. The Padres fans, we're the Padres. Listen, I don't hate the Padres, but I despise Manny Machado and Juan Soto after that. I really do. I'm sorry. And shout out go to Bill Walton in that series. That was high as a kite, sitting behind home plate, had no idea what was going on. He was just standing up and smiling the whole time. He had some great ganja on that game. I'll tell you that. CC says Zach's ERA is a run less on. I like this. He says Zach's ERA is a run less on extra rest. Can only be good news for us. I trust him to deal tomorrow. I do too, man. I love that. Come on back, Thomas. We talk about it and say how we feel. Absolutely. Harper hasn't even started. It's crazy. You're right. He hasn't. He didn't get started tonight. He did have a good at bat though. That hype song by the Padres was so bad. It was terrible. And Mario said, "To you, Philly faithful, if Phillies win a championship, do you think Aaron Nola will go play with his brother?" A lot of people are talking about that. A lot of people talking about that. I don't know. It's going to be interesting. Okay. I will tell you that because he had a really good year this year and he's going to be due for a pay raise. And there's a lot of names floating out there. Carlos Rodon, a lot of free agent pitchers out there. We'll see what happens. I'm not sure. But it's something to keep your eye on. It really is because, just like Cole Hamels, right? Sunny days, San Diego kid, right? I'm sure Aaron Nola is definitely going to think about it. Thomas says Dusty left Verlander in way too long. One thing about the Phillies is, man, they hit every damn ball. Feels like they do, man. Like the thing is, it's like an emotional roller coaster, right? It's like they come up, they strike out, and they walk, they come up to that and they hit a home run. Like it's literally like all over the place for the Philadelphia Phillies. It is. It's great. Bill Walt was so smoked up in that game, dude. He probably smoked a pound of weed before that game. He had no idea who was even playing. He was just smiling. There was a point I was going to record him for like a half an inning straight. He just stood up and had the same smile on his face and never even spoke a word. He had no idea what was going on. Most like when he's probably announcing baseball games at UCLA. So Harper was still 2 for 4, and we think he had an off night. It's a great point, right? It's crazy. He was 2 for 4. And we think he had an off night. Javon says the Phillies plate discipline has been way better. Tremendous at bats. That one, it's a Stott 11 pitch at bat. Tremendous at bat. Schwarber, the one walked it. Tremendous at bat. I mean, tremendous at bats. I'll leave anybody else out. Let me know. But tremendous plate discipline. I can only agree. Rich says he couldn't even see his eyes. That's how close they were. He was just big smile, bro. He was a big smile. It's all you saw. It was crazy. What I hate is that braised chop. I hate it so much. I hate that. I just hate the noise. I don't care about the chop so much, but I think I hate the skull thing in Minnesota more than anything. No disrespect to my man Ivan from Win Daily. Mario says, the guy saying that song should be banned. I was like, WTF after that song, R.I.P. Padres. That was terrible, and they went viral. They'll probably get like a sponsorship deal, right? I'll probably get a sponsorship deal somewhere. Philly Fanatic, best mascot baseball. I love haters. I love Harper's headbands as well. Yeah, I love his headbands, his wristbands, his gloves, his spikes. I don't even know what. You know what? Before I go, if I see another Houston Astros fan with a friggin' Soup Bowl like helmet on their head, please, what the hell is that? Like, honestly, I'm looking around going, what the hell in God's name is that? I have no idea, but it's hideous. It really is. Thomas says, I can only imagine what it feels like to be a Philadelphia sports fan right now. The Eagles, the Phillies, and whatever y'all's hockey's team is named. That is the Flyers that I don't follow. I'm sorry. But you're right. Whoever are. My man Dan Green's going to be dying over that statement. And Nick Tosti. Mario says, I thought it was cute. I did. Yeah, it was a little crazy. And the best fanatic in baseball, best mascot in baseball. Listen, it is 2 a.m. Philly Fanatic greater than all mascots. Maybe not San Diego Chicken. San Diego Chicken's a little weak. See, I didn't know that. Space City, my man. I'm sorry. I was wondering what the hell it is, man. Thomas, I was wondering what the hell that was. I had no idea. Rich says ESPN are still saying they can't believe the Phillies won. Of course they can't. Nobody can. But here's what I can't believe. It's an hour and 21 minutes. I know we could talk all night. But again, my mouth's hurting. I got to roll. I love this though. I love it. Everybody that subscribed, I appreciate it. Everybody that liked this sound. You're just seeing it again. You're just seeing it for the first time. This is what we do all the time on our normal episodes, on our interviews, on our post-game judge, everything. Listen, it's called the final judgment because I got the nickname Jigsaw because I kind of get up in your face about opinions, and that's what I like, and that's what I like to talk about. And I'm not afraid to debate with anybody. Okay, so I went with the whole final judgment route. I put an E at the end with the gavel. I call these judgments. I call them verdicts. I love it. It's fun. It's energetic. It's passion, man, for everybody. Honestly, I have my phone right underneath of me, and I've been talking so much, and I got so hyped that I was literally sputtering and spitting all over my phone. It's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous. Maris says, good night, my man. Good night, man. Thanks for checking in. As always, I love it. The team's name, oh, yeah, what am I, an idiot? Like I'm such a moron. Like I had no idea. Like Astros, I'm not even thinking astronauts. Like I'm such an idiot, dude. I'm so, what an idiot I am. Talk about egg on my face. I'm sitting there going, what the hell are these helmets? And it's yeah, you're right. Calls it. I literally had no idea. I can't believe. Thomas says no one can, talking about them winning. They thought the Astros were going undefeated. I knew we were not. He said in 7. I love it. Team is hot. See you tomorrow night, my man. Absolutely. Win or lose, we'll be back here tomorrow night. Rich says, great show, bro. Can't wait to do it tomorrow morning after. Let's go, Phillies. Absolutely. Calder says it's because NASA's missing control. So, oh yeah, dude, like Calder, I'm so sorry. I'm such a moron. Like, like I kind of, listen. I'm not cocky, but I feel like I'm pretty educated in certain avenues of life here. And how did I freaking miss that? The Rockets, it's NASA. I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. My son wants to be a social studies teacher. My daughter wants to be a science teacher. So yeah, they'll probably smack me in the head later when they listen to this, and they'll probably know I'm such a moron. Jigsaw is the best. Thanks, man. Al saying peace out. Listen, man, that's what I got. That's what we got. The final judgment. Hit the subscribe button. And again, if you don't follow on YouTube, every episode is podcasted as well, man. It is podcasted. So iTunes, Spotify, we're there as well, man. Listen, I appreciate that. Cauldron found us here. Stick with Jigsaw. Forget other post games. Absolutely, man. Nobody's break. Listen, I can tell you this. I guarantee you this. Nobody's going to bring the energy for an hour and 24 minutes quite like I do. And the people that check in do as well. It's not just me. It's everybody. So with that, I am blessed. I am fortunate. I appreciate everybody checking in. I appreciate everybody tuning in, everybody's comments, exactly. Thomas says, I will come back to vent every night, win or lose. And we don't take lights off if we lose either. Listen, I can't wait. I hope we don't lose. Okay. But if we do, okay, I can't wait to come back here and talk about it with everybody. Okay. Make sure, again, you're following the final judgment right here on YouTube. Okay. If you're following on YouTube, hit the like button, hit the subscription button. And again, we will keep this rolling. Again, football, baseball, basketball, hockey, you name it. We're going to have takes on everything. We're going to have interviews. I am blessed. I appreciate it. Everybody have a tremendous night. Everybody stay safe, stay healthy. And like I always say, number one, ring the bell and go Phillies. No disrespect to Thomas, but that's what we do. We ring the bell. Okay, right here. We ring the bell. We go Phillies. Everybody stay safe, stay healthy. And like I always say, some people have thoughts. Some people have takes. But on this show, you get the final judgment.